everyone, it is Crystal with Pineapple Papers, and it is the third Saturday of the month. That means we play with small paper pads for Mad About Mini Paper Pads. And it is also Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches round 17. And today's exclusive sketch is from Shayla Kluczewski. And it is a beautiful but simple 2-page layout. I did look to see if I had enough photos. I didn't actually have enough photos printed, so I'm just going to do the right-hand side of the sketch. So I went in my stash and I grabbed this super old SEI paper, and it's got all these frames on it. And then for my mini paper pad, I'm going to use this paper pad from Crate Paper. I think it was called Pure. Super old. Got it from Tuesday Morning. So, you know, it's old when it hit Tuesday Morning, and then Tuesday Morning, unfortunately, has been gone. It still makes me very sad. So this is kind of a beachy collection, but it has a ton of fairly neutral papers in it, which I really enjoyed. So I do have 4 photos to play with, just like in the sketch, and they are from the Natural History Museum in Washington, D.C., and they all are going to start out as 4x6. So it calls for 2 4x6 photos and 2 3x4 photos. So my 3x4 photos are they're not quite 3x4. But you kind of get the same idea. So for the bottom portion of the paper, it's one big long strip, and obviously, if you're using small paper pads, you don't have a 12x12 strip, right? So I really take quite a bit of time going through this paper pad and trying to figure out which pieces are going to work. So just because you have 2 of the same pieces of paper, it doesn't mean when you butt them up together that they actually can turn into one full piece of paper, which is what I was running into with like the number paper, and I think some of like the patterny type paper. Like, it was really obvious where the join was. So instead, I'm going to go ahead and do this wood grain paper. Now, funny enough, like that join is completely covered up, other than maybe a 1/4 of an inch. So my work to try and get these 2 papers to go together may have been a little bit in vain, but I do like how it turns out when we're all done. So I am going to take one of the other pieces of paper from this paper pad, and I'm going to use my scallop punch border and make that strip. Now, again, I probably could have used 1 piece of paper because so much of it is hidden, but I didn't know how it was going to work out. So I was just making my layers and going with it. So I need 2 strips of this, and then for the next layer, I'm gonna do, it's kind of a chevron paper. It's fairly tone on tone. It just has this little pop of kind of red, maybe more like a burgundy. And that's kind of the color that's in the scallop paper as well. And I'm gonna bring in that color for one of the mats. So I did go off screen, glued everything down, and in the meantime, I actually matted my photos with 4 different pieces of paper from this paper pad as well. Now, I didn't have anything to go with this small paper pad, and honestly, even if I did, it probably would have been beachy themed, and that's not what this was about. So I went in my stash and I pulled this Amy Tan sticker sheet. It's all kind of khaki. So this layout, for the most part, is very, very neutral. There's like tiny pops of kind of an orangey reddish color and then a little bit of green. But for the most part, it's very neutral. So I pulled a couple of other sticker sheets, and I think the only thing from another sticker sheet I get is this little heart. So I'm creating that cluster that you see on the sketch, but I'm doing it a little bit lower, not where the two photos meet. I've got like a floral, a little ticket says the time is now, a circular piece, that heart. I did start my title. It says Real Deal, and I put it in one of those frames up at the top. And then I also had this unforgettable, and I really liked how it fit kind of like in the center. So the other side of the sketch actually has the title, and it does go in between the pictures. So you really could consider that the title if you wanted, but I'm going to create two other clusters, one on this upper photo, which will get my journaling, and then one to the right side with just an arrow and kind of a leafy bit. And then I'm going to finish off my title up here with a floral, and I'm going to finish it off. This came with like an alpha, which is pretty cool. So my title is going to be Real Deal History, which goes well for what we were looking at. And that bottom picture is the Hope Diamond, and that was really, really cool to see in person. So here's my layout. I will have the playlist for 30 days of sketches, and I will also have everybody who is playing along with Mad About Mini paper pads today. So all of that will be linked down below. If you have any questions, please ask, and remember to wear your crown, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.